That works.
Don't laugh.
Did you see that meme of like people trying to figure out what cigarettes that Joker's smoking in
Yes.
Joker?
No.
It was on like smoking or cigarettes, and it was like posting screenshots. What cigs is he smoking here?
How is there a Reddit for smoking?
It's a Reddit for everything, man.
Everyone that smokes feels like the Joker.
It's the main reason to start smoking.
That's
So you
why
can
people
look
say
like the
smoking
Joker.
is cool. Yeah, it's because they want to look like the Joker.
They want to look like Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents, and welcome to Corncast number 24. I'm your host, Alex, joined as always by Tyler Durden.
Good afternoon.
The pisser dictator, Jim.
Yeah, what's good?
And little pimp, Ruben.
Hello.
God, what do I say next? Thanks to the Patreon for supporting us and keeping the show rolling and the audio version possible, and get your name shouted out in the middle section. We promised last episode we'd do a kind of big question, a big Q&A basically, a classic Q&A. We got millions of questions. I don't know if you guys had anything you wanted to bring up first before we just shoot right into this. Aside from housekeeping, actually, I got a couple of things, but what do you reckon?
No.
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 Let's just get right on with
okay,
the news.
Let's do some housekeeping then. Pic posted in the subreddit that this episode will actually be the Jarcast 5-year anniversary, which is pretty fucked up. Yeah, provided that the Mingers adhere to the regular schedule for the next Corncast, it will be uploaded on the 11th of January. This will perfectly align with the airing of the very first Jarcast uploaded on the 11th of January 2016. And they compiled like an attendance sheet, like a Google Doc sheet thing that has like blocking of all the details for all the episodes, which is interesting to look at.
Il est kind of sick.
Happy anniversary. I didn't get you guys anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm giving you my attendance.
Giving
I'm
him-
still here. Is my gift to you?
I'm still here.
Nice. Treasure Planet. Brilliant.
Probably.
Brilliant one. I love that movie. Morph, the classic, the original Morty in a way.
The original
like
Dibby.
Speaking of Morty, actually. Yeah, the original Dibby. Charlie O'Neill left a comment on the last episode. Good episode, but I miss Alex, Ruben, James, and Jim. These Rick and Morty follower, Rick follower, and Little Pimp are okay, but nothing beats the old cast. Unsubbed, then resubbed, then unsubbed twice.
I think a lot of people can sort of empathize with that philosophy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
was just
but
going to say...
from the beginning, we designed Jar to be just to have hundreds of people as hosts, so we can just sub out whoever we need at the time. One night we might need Tyler Durden, the other night we might need the Halo follower.
Yeah,
Halo
yeah.
follower.
It's contextual.
The Halo follower.
And I'm sure we're gonna whip out some freshies in the future, aren't we, Jim?
Oh, without a doubt.
Let's end this section with a bit of a concern from Auntie Cholos Asian Queen. Please read out the full patron names again during the mid-break. I always laugh my arse off at the names, and if people don't want to sit through them, they could just skip them, so I don't see the issue. So this is something we've been bouncing back and forth on, whether to read the whole thing. But my whole thing is just, I don't like reading once it's like a dead joke. If it's like a really long name and you got to keep reading the really long name, it just stops being funny to everyone involved. That's my main concern. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, no, I agree. It doesn't do justice to the original funny jokes that are in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as they say, that's what the timecodes are for. They're in the description or on the YouTube thing, so they're very easy to skip if you don't like that segment. But I don't know, something we're still thinking about. You know, we're listening over here on the corn.
We're just trying our sweetest.
Okay, that's it. I've had enough. Why don't we just jump
Alright.
into the questions? Because there are quite a few. There are quite a fucking few, to be honest, because it's two weeks worth of different threads here, so...
Let's fucking do it then. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it right now. Let's fucking do it. Oh
I'm
my
only going to
God.
start there if James confirms that he's ready for this.
I'm ready.
Ooh. Sounds
Okay,
resolute.
that was... sounds like the kind of thing Tyler would say. Max09 Willow24 is going to start us off. Any updates on James's YouTube channel? Also, any Christmas tank updates?
Okay. I will admit the Christmas tank will not be made for at least another 2 years. I have reasons.
So you're saying on the 7th year anniversary?
Yeah,
then?
I mean, could you stop there, please, and go on Twitter? I need you to get a yellow sort of background and put some black text on it, right? Just saying why you're apologising to all your fans for yet another delay. That's what you need to do.
Yeah,
You
no,
need
make
to-
a 20-minute apology video and upload it. We'll upload it to Jar.
Yeah, that too.
okay.
What other ones are there you can do? Just trying to think, because
No, it would. If I did build it in 2 years' time, it would be 6 years since I got it that it took me to begin to build it. Because it's been a long time. Because we got it on not the first Cringemas, but the second. Because the number 1 was obviously on the floor, number 2 was on the chair, and then
Obviously on the floor.
So it's just because I don't know if anyone has actually tried to build like that type of model, that Airfix kind of model. It's not something you can get out one day and do process on, because you're using glue paints and whatnot. It's something you kind of need to set up constantly, where you can get.
Yeah, if you want it to look good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I want to do it justice. I want it to look good. So, and I just don't live in a house where that's possible to leave something like that out 24/7. Like I'm building Lego at the moment, and I can just.
Yeah, have you finished the dodge yet?
No, I've got one stage to go, and I'm gonna probably do it tomorrow because I can just make it when I find time because it's Lego. So it will be a while until the tank.
Simple and clean.
Yeah, and it will be a while to a YouTube channel. It's still in the works.
Yeah, I feel like
It will be
any
a while.
plan like that's just been delayed for a while.
Yeah. Thanks, COVID.
Raichu Lover 123 has one for us. Thoughts on 100 Gecs, if any of you have listened to them. I personally started listening to them ironically, but then it kind of grew on me, and now I actually kind of like it. It's hard to explain. So anyone here listen to it? I haven't, so I have no answer to
familiar,
this.
but I don't like them really.
What is the genre even?
I don't even know how you would. I guess it's just electronic of some description, some sort of alternative electronic.
Right, okay. James, anything? Do you even know what we're talking about?
I know of them. I've never listened or just happened to listen to any of them. I have no clue what their music is.
I actually always forget if is it 100 Gecs or 1,000 Gecs, because the album is one or the other, and the artist is obviously the opposite.
I think it's 100.
Yeah.
At least according to this question, it's 100 Gecs. And when I've heard it talked about, that's what I've heard, I think. Rice Bowl Downhill says, what's been your meme of the year? I guess of 2020, this would have been from this suggestion thread. So we'll throw it over to Jim. You're kind of the meme lord of Jar, so take it away,
meme
mate.
lord. I prefer meme chatter myself, but
Meme, what's like the cringiest one you could say? The
Aficionado.
channel that the 2000s, the meme legend.
I feel like for every year you need a meme that suits the year, So if it's a shit year, you need a shit meme. So the answer is
Right,
the cake meme. Someone made a cake that looked like a fucking apple or something, and then everyone started thinking they were cakes. And it's like,
Bad.
yeah, it's cringy as fuck, and it just gives me like gamer Portal flashbacks. I don't want to be reminded of that shit.
Oh, is that what it turned into? The cake is a lie. Yeah, of course.
That's just what
Yeah, I remember
Went into
that, but
my mind.
I feel like it genuinely lasted like 24 hours, and then everyone forgot about it.
No, I
It's one of
saw
those.
Dude, it had a life way longer than it deserved.
What can you get out of that though? It's so simple.
Well, yeah, exactly. The premise is this thing that doesn't look like a cake is a cake, and that's the joke.
So it was just like tricking people again and again. But punchlines like that stop working after a time because it's just like,
Oh, it's not cake.
I wonder if it's gonna be, yeah. It's either a cake or it's
Shit.
not. Fucking hell. I don't have a single meme from 2020, so someone else throw one out there. I just don't follow any
one
of
of
it.
the
I just
memes
miss all of it.
I liked is the testing your eyesight meme. That was a nice one. I think this year England has dominated a lot of memes. Or that may be just because,
Well, in terms of being the butt of the joke,
yeah,
I've seen a lot of those.
yeah.
We certainly have been the butt of the joke. Yeah, a lot of anti-British stuff. Some of them
Yeah,
funny, some of them tiresome.
Yeah, some of them are really tiresome. It's just like,
Because I don't like being British
I
either.
like making
alright?
fun of the UK. Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, it deserves to be mocked, but like at least try, you know?
Yeah.
Like some of them are so fucking lazy, like the tea and crumpet bullshit. Like find a Freshie angle to take at least.
Do you want to know how weak the meme game was of 2020?
Okay, go on.
One of the
Explain.
number 13 in this list of memes. So this is the 13th best meme of 2020. Is
Yeah.
is Ariana Grande eating?
Fuck me.
That's the
What?
meme. Yeah,
How
that's the
was that?
meme.
Was that like? Was this like on Facebook or so? I don't. What is the meme? It's like a reaction image.
She was wearing an oversized sweatshirt with long sleeves,
Yeah.
and she was eating.
That sounds like something she
I
would
guess.
do. She definitely would wear an oversized sweatshirt with long sleeves. Yeah.
Fucking hell! It
That
really
it?
was dire, wasn't it?
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
I thought there was going to be more. Like it was
No,
a bit
that's it.
messy. It was a bit messy, you know, like
Throw
A bit of
another
a
one out
mess.
there, Jim.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the guy on a skateboard listening to Fleetwood Mac.
oh yeah.
Will
That-
Smith.
You see, that one didn't go on for very long, so I'm fine with it, really.
So you're only fine with it because it was brief.
Yeah, and like, you know,
Oh no, we're forgetting something.
we've all been there.
We're forgetting the worst meme of them all. Tiger King.
What?
Oh god, was that last year?
Yes,
Was that a meme?
That was last year. That was just as
Yeah, it was. Everyone went on about
What-
it for fucking ages.
What were the memes that came? This is what I don't understand though. Is it
It was just
what
any
memes
reference.
came from it, or was it just everyone was talking about
Yeah,
it?
People were talking about it, and if you could make a reference to it of some description, people would. You know, they would.
Wasn't it Carol
Big deal.
Baskin was the meme? Like
Carol Baskin. Yeah, it was like, wow, Carol Baskin, terrible. Ooh, I didn't even watch it because I didn't even think it seemed like a very good fucking
That's
documentary.
I watched it. It was alright. It was fine. But the Louis Theroux with him is probably better, from like years ago. It was just like that was early lockdown. It was just like the thing everyone attached themselves to because we're all like had Netflix and had nothing else to do.
Well, that's another thing, is just like lockdown memes in general, and COVID memes and stuff.
Yeah, pretty bottom of the barrel
Yeah, of
shit.
course, of course.
there was
Yeah.
the marriage story memes. They're constant.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that was one that annoyed me because it was kind of if I remember correctly, it was kind of implying that the movie was bad or something, like the way it was being memed.
Yeah,
When it's actually a pretty good movie.
it was a very good film.
But yeah, obviously all the political memes too.
Yes. Been a lot of
But
those,
again, it's
and
like-
there's a lot of those right now.
Yeah, of course. Fuck. What was your answer then for your meme of the year? Did you give one? I can't fucking remember. As soon as you start talking about memes, I just like go blank.
James does
Oh,
like
what?
Da Vinci. Da Vinci.
Da Vinci?
I don't.
Can you explain that to people like me who don't know what you're talking about?
This is it. This is the
Look,
issue of memes. Like if you
two
don't know them,
nice young men who aren't very bright just said some silly things.
They
That's it.
didn't. They didn't know who Da Vinci was, and they said Da Vinci.
Oh, right. So it's very similar to 21 then, isn't it? That's like the same.
21 is
Yeah.
better though.
Yeah, 21 is much better.
Yeah. Unless you're James, in which case you love Da Vinci.
No, it's hard to say which memes I like. I just like dog memes. That's it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like there's so many options when it comes to memes. Like, my personal favorite ones are just like Halo memes that just are always relevant.
I think your
to me,
favorite,
you know.
your favorite meme depends on what like
Your,
subculture.
yeah, what's your niche? What's your meme? What's your meme community? What are you...
Yeah, it really is that
What do you
broad.
lol at?
Jesus Christ. Alright, we
Next.
got to start talking about this. Anyway, Vastereki says, not a question. I'd just like to thank Alex for reigniting my love for Lego. I hadn't touched my childhood Lego in years, but after watching his Lego room tour, I went and got myself the Creator restaurant set, which I'd always wanted, and when it arrived, I felt irrationally happy. Assembling stuff piece by piece is really meditative for me. Now I'm getting some extra pieces to make little fantasy scenes for my bookshelf. So if Alex sees this, cheers for that. There are a few Lego ones in here, actually. Yeah, shout out to the Baby Yoda set. I built that the other day. It's really, actually good. Really good. I sent Jim a picture of it. You can see how kind of sick it is.
It is
bet,
kind of sick.
I
it
bet
is.
it would make me throw up if I saw it. I would throw up immediately if I saw it.
No, that would
and
be
I would call the
the,
police.
If you saw the normal Yoda set, that would make you throw up. That thing is fucked. You seen it, Ruben?
No? Hang on. I'm going to look for it then now.
Well, I'll post a picture on the group chat.
Yoda Lego.
His eyes.
So he's got... Is this
It's
the
the
one with the
eyes.
lightsaber? Oh, yeah. I've seen it.
It's fucked.
That's so horrible. 'Cause it's almost like really good, and then it's really not.
Yeah, it also bothers me that his default is holding a lightsaber. I wish it was like a cane, you know, because then it pleases everyone and not just the prequels, as they like to be known as. Chuffer McDonald says, "Hi gamers, Mum's Net question for you. Major UK supermarkets ranked best to worst?"
Major UK supermarkets rank best worst. Okay, so should we start at worst because it's more interesting than just saying best? I think we should start at worst.
Yeah. Fuck, what is the worst?
The worst.
Surely it's like Asda.
I'd put Asda at the bottom. Yeah.
No.
What's your reasoning for it
Iceland.
not being at the bottom?
Iceland.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, Iceland. Yeah.
No, they do these.
No.
Shut up,
Ignore him.
GI Fridays range.
No.
They do a brownie pudding that is actually quite nice.
Nah, that doesn't make the whole thing. You have to think of it more broad than that. You have to think about
No.
it as like if you're getting all of your essentials,
No, but the
not
thing
just brownies.
it is just all the essential stuff you'd buy frozen. It's not like Iceland specific. So it's just stuff you'd buy in Sainsbury's. It really doesn't make a
No,
difference. It's
they have worse.
They have
quality
own brand
stuff.
stuff.
that no, we have to review this on own brand, and we've got to. The only reason you could stick Iceland at the bottom is we filmed Cooking Reuben 2 with Iceland food, and nobody ever saw it for a reason. That's all.
I've still got the clips of that somewhere.
I don't see it.
I didn't think we
Maybe
ever
for
made
the
that.
10th anniversary.
Did because I got moody.
No, I've got all the footage. I just never edited it.
Oh, that was Cooking with Reuben 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that when
Yeah,
we dressed
it was-
James up and he got angry and
Yes.
just sat in the corner?
Yeah, because it was
Yeah,
the
you just sat there the whole
the
time.
toad in the hole, the Iceland toad in the hole. I have a picture of that toad in the hole, actually. Do you want it? I still got that picture.
Yeah, fuck it.
Right, hang on.
So we all agree Iceland's at the bottom.
yeah,
then
for sure.
Asda.
Definitely.
I like Asda's own brand stuff, especially the pizzas. They can be quite nice.
Then what?
Tesco's is the best.
No, we weren't. We're meant to get to the best, you dick. Oh, for God's
No,
sake.
if you're
Now
going to
there's
buy
no-
own brands,
there's
surely
no
it's like M&S or something.
Well, no, we don't
No, but
consider.
I'm not doing it just on that. There's also like value for money, things like that, which is why we're meant to get there. James, you just jumped to the
Okay, okay.
I'm sulking now. I'm gonna sulk.
You know, I'm gonna say Morrison's is after
Maybe.
Asda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Morrison's is next.
Yeah, no. There's no Morrison's actually near us.
There's one in Chippenham, isn't there?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought there was one. Yeah,
It's not near us. It's like it's in the weird end of Chippenham.
weird.
The whole end of Chippenham's the weird end. Don't know what you
Yeah,
mean.
fuck that place.
We just live in the weird end of like Wiltshire.
So you got Morrison's. You know, I've been in a Morrison's, and while I sort of like their sort of weird, kind of European approach to the layout, where everything's weird and flat and open, I wouldn't want to fucking shop there regularly.
I'd say
It was kind of a nightmare in the one I was in. So
it's just middling.
yeah.
You know, it's exactly where it belongs.
Yeah,
right in the
it is
middle.
middling.
Then what you got?
Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's, yeah, they took a tumble. You know, for
Yeah.
me, Sainsbury's a few years
Mhm.
ago would have been at the top. But Sainsbury's now, nah, they're way down there. They gutted their meal deal range as well. That
They
thing
did.
sucks now. You
Oh.
can't get a meal
Yeah.
deal for $3. You
It's
can only
fucking
get
pointless.
garbage if you want the fucking meal. Yeah, it's a terrible meal deal. It's not a deal.
No, the meal deal is important.
It's just a meal.
Yeah, it's just a shit fucking meal.
Above Sainsbury's personally, I would probably put Co-op.
Oh, Co-op.
Yeah.
No, Co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about
Asda.
Co-op's below.
Yeah, Co-op's Asda.
Yeah.
Then Asda, Co-op, then Morrison's, then Sainsbury's. No, not Co-op. I said it wrong. Whatever.
So what?
Asda, Co-op, Morrison's,
Then-
okay,
Sainsbury's.
Lidl.
This is getting too hard because Lidl are pretty fucking sick,
Yeah.
man. Lidl are pretty
Now
fucking
we're in a
sick.
range of just they're all good at specific things. Lidl
Yeah.
and Aldi are really good for
Yeah, Tesco is like the best
value and
all-rounder.
for how good it is.
There you go. Tesco has all the best qualities of them all. I think it's the best all-round shop.
It does. But if you want really good quality stuff, you got Waitrose and M&S.
Yeah, exactly.
Very specific things.
Granted, if I was going to get some specific like high-quality item and I could choose between M&S or Waitrose, I'd go to M&S because
Yes.
it's like you go into an M&S and it's like,
Yeah,
man,
same.
do you even sell normal food? I don't think you do. They only sell like luxury items. Waitrose, on the other hand, they sell normal food and stuff, but they also sell branded items at like 1,000,000% of the price they are in Tesco.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pointless getting anything
mind.
branded from like a Waitrose.
Like M&S is like a treat. If like I really fancy something specific, I will buy it once a month maybe. Like
Also, Percy Pigs.
Percy
Oh
Pig.
shit! Americans, for those of
Yeah,
you that don't
Collins.
understand this, because you'll have no concept, fuck you. I'm not going to explain it. Google it. There you go. I don't even know where to start. It's just, you know. It's,
Is it only Americans that don't have these stores?
okay, so Asda is actually a part of Walmart, though. So I'll say that Asda, Walmart.
That's why it's
the-
shit.
Yeah, so I can at least give you that. I can at least give that to anyone who's American. And if you're actually not from America, but you're just also not from England either, I don't know, man.
Well, we could talk about Pingo Doce.
Yeah, just use your noggin and try and work it out. I don't know.
Well,
New Zealanders have the warehouse, which would be at the top if we had that here.
not
What-
true.
I want to look at this warehouse.
The warehouse, where everyone gets a bargain.
Is it in a really Kiwi accent? That song, is that a song? Is
I
that
can't
actually a
remember,
jingle?
so it would have been. It is a jingle though. Yeah, it's stuck with me all that time. The power of advertising. Jesus Christ.
One of the first things that appears when you search the warehouse underneath their website is Lego, then toys and baby.
Yeah, they're like Woolworths, I think.
I was gonna say they do.
Which is like
yeah.
another dead.
Yeah. The moment I saw them, I was like, that looks like a Woolworthsy type thing, you know? Definitely.
Can you imagine what like an American listener's like? What the fuck's a warehouse?
It's where you get your babies in New Zealand. Your toys and babies.
Yeah, because they have Safeway in America, which we used to have here
Yeah, we
or
did.
something.
Yeah.
Or it like changed. I don't know. It
No,
definitely
Morrison's
used to be a
took
thing.
them
Didn't it
over.
change into
Morrison's-
Co-op?
I think
Oh, that was
Morrison's
it, yeah.
replaced all of their stores with Morrison stores.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
saucy.
Edgy Erica one has one for us, unless you can think of any more fucking supermarkets. I don't think I can.
Jumbo, Continente, Pingo Doce.
Nah, stop googling them. Yeah,
I'm
Edgy
not
Erica has one
googling them.
for
I
us.
know those supermarkets, and that's a rating. They're just not English.
Edgy Erica says, "Is Scrat from Ice Age a Dibby? Discuss."
Who's Scrap?
Scrat
Scrat.
Who's Scrat?
The little ferret
Scrat.
thing that sets the whole plot in motion.
He's like the definition of Dibby. He is the
Yeah.
original Dibby.
He's one of the original Dibbies. Yeah.
I think it's
agree.
obvious he's a fucking Dibby.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Like
You just wanted us to talk about it. You just wanted us to acknowledge that it's a Dibby.
No, it's because there's actually a bit of like discussion in the Jar Media subreddit where like there's a sect of people who believe that like they vehemently believe that he's not a Dibby for some reason.
He's such a
guess
Dibby
'cause
though. I'm just bad
Yeah.
with that one.
No,
I was furious.
He's I would say he's almost as Dibby. You just sound really fucking angry.
He's such a Dibby, though.
I'd say he's almost as bad as like a minion. I think he's like genuinely like purely created so the film had some marketability aside from like who's the guy like what the voices like the woolly mammoth
the
in that
Sloth.
fucking movie?
I don't
It's like the
remember
thing
any
that
of
gets the kids in.
Was it
'Cause all the advertising.
Someone of
John Leguizamo is
his
the
name, yeah. He's
yeah,
the
is,
he's the Sabretooth.
Well,
Right. Is he the
What?
Sabretooth? I don't
yeah,
know.
no. John Leguizamo is is Sid the Sloth.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's the
Ray Romano is
Thank you.
Dennis Leary is the Sabretooth. But yeah, Scrat he's a unique one because the whole movie only really happens because of him as well, right? I might be thinking of the second one where there's like a huge
That's the second one.
ice
where
thing that falls
he
down?
makes
Yeah.
the ice. Yeah, he makes that happen with his funny nut.
what made you see those movies as a kid?
Happiness.
because they came out in like 2002.
No, the answer is him. You wanted to watch it because of him. Therefore, Dibby.
Yeah, I mean, I
that
wanted
isn't
to watch
actually
it.
one of the Dibby guidelines. I think he is a small Dibby thing that they, is a marketing thing, which was
Okay,
one of the.
Here's a harder question though. The baby that's in it, that freaky ass fucking baby.
No.
Is that a Dibby?
It wears like the same thing Baby Yoda wears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in like a potato sack.
it's a Dibby. It's a Dibby. I don't know. Maybe it falls
think
into its
it-
own thing because it's a baby. It's a human baby, and I think maybe because it's human that changes it.
I
like
think
how-
it's a Dibby MacGuffin. It's a MacGuffin Dibby.
How many human Dibbies are there though?
Well, don't people have babies because it's a Dibby? They want the Dibby stage of babies. That's why they have them.
No, but in actual Dibbies, Dibby status Dibbies, not just like, calling babies Dibbies. How many Dibbies are there who are humans?
Jamie from
I
Charming.
need to like make a list. I think it does. I think it is a Dibby, even though it is like a plot device one as well. It doesn't have to be that way, but I think it is a Dibby.
Okay.
It's cute. It was designed to be cute, Lewis B789 says, "Hey Mingers, I've been wondering James's and the rest of the cast's thoughts on the newest Call of Duty game, that being Cold War. I recently got the game for Christmas, and I felt like the campaign, multiplayer, and zombies were all extremely good, but I'd like to know a true gamer's opinion. Game on, lads."
I can give you an opinion. I've played quite a bit of it now, enough to say. I don't really think it's great. I thought the campaign was evident to me that it was rushed. The campaign, a few reasons for that. I guess I'll work through that quickly before I get into others. The story isn't very good. It feels the game is much too short. There are these puzzle elements because you're like a spy or whatever, like a Cold War spy operative type. So obviously they try to make you feel a bit like a spy. You do some puzzle solving, I guess, work out what this and this and how they relate, and it's just like a totally contrived nonsense how you arrive at these answers. You have to look up a guide, really. I think, and people will be like, "I didn't get good." Shut up! You have to look up a guide. It's rubbish. The multiplayer, the game kind of feels good, but I don't really like a lot of their maps. I don't really care for the maps. I guess I just prefer what Modern Warfare was doing in that regard. Zombies is cool though, give you that. But the campaign, it's got some cool ideas. Ultimately, too short, and the story, particularly the ending, utter bollocks.
Anyone else played it, or is it just Ruben?
Yeah, I got it just recently. I think I like it a bit more than Ruben, but again, basically everything you said. Like, the saddest thing is that I think Treyarch are a better dev team than Infinity Ward,
Mhm.
but they clearly just didn't have the time to make like a better COD plus
Wasn't
all
it
this
bumped
COVID
forward
shit.
like a year or something? Yeah.
Well, originally it was Sledgehammer making the game, and then Treyarch had 1 year to basically make it ready for release,
yeah,
and that
there's
year
so
was
many-
2020.
There are so many company
Oh,
credits
fuck.
attached to that game. When it's opening, it's like, oh my god, how many fucking people worked on
Yeah,
it? How many
yeah.
studios were involved? I was immediately like, that's not a good sign.
No,
at all.
it's really not. But I mean, considering that it only had like, or shorter than all the recent CODs, in terms of development time, and it being 2020, like they did a pretty good job. I like
Yeah,
it.
I think I want to like it is the trouble. I just sort of prefer Modern Warfare. I think that's more what it is for me, and I've always preferred Modern Warfare to I've always preferred Modern Warfare over Black Ops. That's what I was trying to say. I kept wanting to say COD, but it is COD.
Yeah, the thing with the story is less insulting, I think, as well. Like morally,
All right.
I think Modern Warfare morally it tries to be grey, but it's like dark as soot. You know,
Mhm.
you might as well be playing as the villains. They're so
Yeah.
fucking morally bankrupt.
But there's way. I found it a lot more exciting, at least. In the and it's just not so short. You know, the story feels like it has a bit of room to
Yeah.
breathe. So here's this, and now we're here, and then we're going to wrap up into this. Black Ops is just like it's like 6 missions. I think
Yeah,
pretty
and
much 6 actual sort of
Really?
missions. Like, well, maybe because a couple of them extend into other ones as a little bit, but they're very short missions a lot of the time. So it's more like 8 real missions, I think. And then 8 sort of just like you know in Halo 5 the bits where you hang around in a camp, like 8 of those,
Oh,
filling it in.
Jesus. God, yeah, that does sound bad.
I didn't get it, and I haven't played it yet, and I will probably won't. Just from what I've seen of and what I've heard about it, I'm just going to skip it and then look forward to Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2 too. Sorry, the delay on the 2 kind of threw me for a moment.
necessary though, necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. There was comedic effect there.
All right, spooky one as one for us. Thoughts on street art / graffiti?
Yeah, man, cool.
I think there's a difference between street art and tagging. Like, if someone's actually...
But there's also a difference between like good tagging and bad tagging, though,
Yeah.
right? Like you can do like a clever, cool-looking, loads of effort tag,
Mural,
or like
basically.
a rushed. Yeah, basically. Like there's a difference between like a Banksy and someone who's just like
Written
See,
cunt
does a
yeah.
crude
in an
signature.
alleyway, just sprayed cunt somewhere. That's my tag.
But I do kind of like that sometimes. When you get the train into London, you see some interesting like
Yeah,
anti-Tory
yeah.
stuff on there that's quite funny.
really good like street art kind of adds to like the atmosphere of some like places.
Yeah, I
There's some
think
really
so too.
beautiful ones like I've seen, but then there's
Because
really horrible ones.
it's humans leaving their mark on their environment, which is
Yeah.
a pretty essential sort of aspect of human beings. Over, we've left markings all over stuff all the time.
Yeah,
We do.
I'm of the other camp. I think all walls should be blank and grey.
I might be
you say that.
misremembering this, but I think I don't know if you remember this, Jim, but when we lived on Jersey Island, there was like a skate park, and I think there was like a designated like graffiti wall where like just anyone could leave their mark on it. So it was like a really cool, just like hundreds of layers of them. So that looked awesome.
Yeah, I can't remember that. To be
Till the
perfectly
Fire
honest.
Nation. Till
Yeah.
one day the Fire Nation came and they destroyed it.
Okay, we'll do some more after these messages. Life can be a dick sometimes, so get your dick from out your hand. And don't be a dick, wear a dick. Dick the Head t-shirts available now. Check the description below.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or nights, ladies and gentlemen. This is the part of the show where we move over and thank our Patreons. So, big thank you to the following people. Alex dear, time to eat my ass. Don't forget to lick all the gunge from underneath my balls.
Vivid, fuck.
Yemi the ferret. Logan Stevens. Wake up. Wake up, Logan Stevens. Anna McDonald. Salad549. Keelan. Other Joe Pegging James. Adam McBride. Review Tech Otenba. Krusty Kamikaze. Donkey. Fuck's sake, just give me a second. I'm trying to say donkey. I'm so used to saying donkey. Donkey, why is your creamy goodness all over Fiona's face? Argy, they don't sell poo at Sainsbury's. You can have something else. Tonight, Duke Walker joins the hunt, aka I doubt you can imagine it. Wiggers in Swindon. You thought I was gone, but I'm not. View the caretakers everywhere at the end of the Time album. Onion Creature. Harriet Broadley. Walker told me I have AIDS, but not the Texas one. Fine. I guess you are my little pop. Fuck. I thought that was the... fine. I guess you are my little pop. Okay, I can do it. Fine. I guess you are my little pip.
Pop.
Boy.
Premium boy. Come here. Butch Pisser and the Sundance Dick.
Wait, no.
No,
Can you do Big Cheeser again and go from there?
Big Cheeser, Samurai Champloo enjoyer. Butch Pisser and the Sundance Dick. I'm ordering you to surrender that Madagascar Creator Steen sticker book. I'm the predator
No, please continue.
of the cringic that is hiding. Ravid Dollis. The Dupester, aka Duke Walker's Fat Goatsy.org. I play as the Khajiit for the inherent booster sneak and the increased unarmed melee damage. I swear to God, I'm not a furry, please. Dobby has £0 on his Xbox. Bushy Bumnut. Begging your pardon. Noble team, live at the ship breaking yard. Watch more Soul Brother vids. The Bush. KSI. Imported guest. Wang Packer the premium toy. I paid $5 to hear you talk about the Grundle from Ninjago, but James cut my name off 2 weeks in a row. It really is special juice. Quick. To the dandelions. Let's have a bit, mate. Oh, no you don't. Thomas Buranek. Gilbert the Awesome One. Review Tech Delta Halo. Watto knows what the ladies like. Nate's Minifigs. Check me out on Instagram.
Special, hilarious, epic, quite good. Thanks to our, what was it you said? Patreons on their Patreons. Make the noise, Jim. Squidward Tennis Balls 011IE2. Mr. Cheesy Watsits. That crunch on its head 1000. I am ordering you to come up with a new joke, fillet fish person. What was on my face? The Ultimate Max Rebo fan, aka typical golden pussy enjoyer. Can I get a douche?
Douche.
Cobalt Rad. Tinkle Willy. Gamers don't die. They respawn. Drain my cock Johnson. Chaser the Dragon. My ancestors are smiling at me, Review Tech Tamriel. Can you say the same? Who devours United Front Ian Beale, #Beald. Former UFC strawweight champion and current #2 strawweight contender, Joanna. The Cabal Centurion opened up on her at point blank. Blade Runner 2077. Slurp Squirtum. Croaky. I tried pasta and beans. It was as shite as the rest of James's opinions. I fucked my sister thanks to James. Joseph Jewish Jarling. Short names are the work of Randy, that cringe-ass minger. Reese Duffy. No sex for me because baby shark slaps. Doctor, please help me. I'm a floppy boy down below and my wife wants a divorce because of my ineffectual sausage banter.
Quit
Jack.
porn.
Tom Fudging Armstrong. Do you get to the Swindon district very often? Oh, what am I saying? You don't change your name often enough. Hi, honey. I'm home from the future. Hi, honey. I'm home Cholas. Cosmic Mapping. Marx. Lenin. Stalin. Mao. James. Shampoo for my real friends. Real poo for my sham friends. I'm going to get a detailed back piece tattoo of Argy and you can't stop me. Aaron Kavanagh. I can't be bothered to change my name each week, so from now on I'll be Gunge my clunge. Love you, James. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. T Noble Doble. Michael Mann 2000. Stephen is human.
Thank you to Connotada. Butter me up some porn on the cob. David Wallace. Divorce attorney at either side. Joe stood up in anger. Yaddle now had custody of other Joe. That bitch. Katia fucking Manigan. Willie Cheese. James is lying. He's had a popular YouTube channel since 2013. Trust me, look up the Act Man. James exposed. Thomas Martin. Evan Pierce. Nostalgia Critic's Mad Critic, a Doug Walker cover of Mad Villain, where he teams up with Angry Joe. Quahog Police Department supports gamers. Quebec Films. Chris Warren. Stinker. Aura. Cool Dip Chip. Keck Flexington has COVID, not a meme. Wish me luck, lads.
Oh, good luck.
Take care,
GG.
Mr. Flexington. Numa Banana. Ben. Fartbag. George Kenwood Parker. Greggs. Fiddle. Dream Offball 2142. The Gorillas from Sing go on holiday to Swindon. Rutro Raggy. Raimi is going Reast of Roy. Fiona Gorman. Please look up the movie Caveman. Seriously, it's bonkers and it has Ringo Starr as a caveman. Tomcat. King Kong Fan 3. David Wallace. Ethan Height. Pube Consumer 88. Dark Souls Farting Mod. William Knowles. Acolyte. Joe Rogan episode 1259. Lily. Gabriel Ledge. Danny G. Based Lord. Review Tech Grips Dibby Doser.
What episode of Joe Rogan is that?
I'll look it up right now.
Mmm. Delicious
What
whiskey.
the fuck? David
What?
Wallace.
What is it? What the fuck?
David Wallace
What?
Wells. Joe Rogan episode 1259 features David Wallace Wells.
Joe Rogan.
What?
Big thanks to Edgy Erica. That's it, now I'm really cross. Mario Judah curated the Death Stranding soundtrack. Check out Nate's minifigs on Instagram. Dwayne the Dwayne the Rock Johnson the Rock, Dwayne the Dwayne. Ferdia Pleeman. Sam Buckley, aka Review Tech Swindon, aka paid $20, laugh at my name. The Neen Num follower. Doritos, Cheetos, or Fritos. Sam. I tried being Pissadic once, worst 5 minutes of my life. I challenge you to League of Legends top lane. If you use Aatrox, you're a pussy. Adam Johnston. Tom Weiss. Juan Hernandez. Jam. Some kind of cheese characters. Joel Stewart. Ruben's Moldovan son. Luggy Bear. James's Jizzajik. Connie Reed. Jake White. Big Whoops. The Jar Media Patreon name reading is the greatest microtransaction scheme ever conceived, aka Review Tech Deck Fingerboards. Gremblo. Ollie Miles. Big Cheese. Kuta Panda. 1001000 H. Canada Stone. Lucy Tai is an Asian anal queen. Local units. All units. Randy Ruins Patreon. Don't read, just fuck. Pip.
Bob. Oh.
Boy.
You boy.
Don't run from me. Katia fucking Madigan and David Wallace. Thanks for the support, everybody. I feel like they upped their names a little bit this time. I think they're listening.
Whatever we did worked.
There's some good ones in there.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. Welcome to the second part of the show where we will continue to answer your questions from the Jar Media Reddit. So take it away.
Wizard Spoon is gonna get this section rolling. Hello, you piss baby monglords. What are your thoughts on the controversy with Warner Bros. And Denis Villeneuve? I know, Denis Villeneuve, where Villeneuve is threatening to sue WB because they want to release his new film, the new Dune adaptation, directly to streaming. Fuck, I can't speak. Villeneuve thinks that if it goes directly to streaming, it will kill his franchise plans. So I guess this has been a thing cropping up ever since COVID and everything. Nolan's had his take, and Denis come in too.
I mean, I appreciate Dennis's very honest take, which is like, you're gonna fuck up my money plan. Whereas Chris Nolan was just a bitch, and I wasn't interested in whatever he had to say.
Do you think it will kill? How successful was Blade Runner 2049? Because
not very.
I don't think it was that. It was like a huge hit or anything. He's
Critically,
not Christopher
like,
Nolan.
Liked and all that, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was like a huge hit in terms of like critics and like fan response and everything. But it's not like it's not, The Dark Knight, or anything like that, or like a Marvel movie or something. But yeah, I'm really excited for this, but I don't know if it will take anything away putting it straight on streaming.
Because he can still, if anything, I think it's more likely that loads of people will watch it, and just by merit of metrics alone, Warner Bros. Should see how many people watched it, and yeah, okay, do another.
And surely, is WB stuff on HBO, like HBO streaming?
I'm not sure, maybe.
I think it is, because that's where Wonder Woman is, and that's WB, so we don't have that streaming service yet in the UK, which is annoying, but hopefully by the time Dune comes out, if it is put on streaming. But what are the options? It's either just delay it indefinitely, which they won't want to do, or put it on streaming. Yeah, I don't know, because in one way it makes the idea of HBO Max, or whatever it's called, more alluring, because then it's kind of like, it's exclusive to the platform. Other companies with like the new Pixar movie and stuff, I know it's different, way broader appeal, but it's like it would be like that adult one. I'm hyped for that movie, but I do see the fears. But I feel like that the franchise plan was already up in the air. Like the movie very well could have been a dud either which way. Yeah. So I don't know when it comes to that.
Yeah, it was never a movie that I looked at and was immediately like, oh yeah, that will do well. In fact,
I'm more
quite the
interested
opposite.
because of the director.
Yeah, but loads of people, most people don't, well, not most, but there'll be a lot of people who just don't care. It's just a movie, and if it doesn't grab them, then they won't go and watch it for whatever reason.
Yeah, as far as profitability is concerned, like, it's like a science fiction book loads of people love that they've tried to... It's like infamous for how hard it is to adapt to movies. Like David Lynch tried it.
Yeah, like, was it 2000 or the 90s or something?
I think it might have been the 80s. Maybe it was the early 90s. I haven't actually seen it. Yeah.
I remember seeing it
I don't know about that one.
Charity shops. VHS.
That pretty much sums it up. Okay. Lukey Tuxin says, sorry if this has been asked before, but I'm fairly new to the loyal Jarmy. Joined around episode 120.
Don't be new.
I remember Jamie talking a little bit about Mad Max and think that he likes it. If so, what does he think about the Mad Max games and movies?
Games,
might as well touch base on this again. I mean, yeah, I don't know what he means by games. I guess there have been more than one. I mean, the last one was that... When did it come out? Like 2015, 16, something like that?
Yeah, it was around that time. Yeah, yeah, well, obviously I've only played the one game, but I do like that game. It does suffer from the very, like, Far Cry inspired of the time, like, open world, generic sort of stuff. But the fact that it's in the Mad Max world, does make it a lot better. And the car combat, you
It's
don't
all
really,
about the car. Yeah.
yeah, you don't see a lot of like vehicle combat like that in games anymore. I feel like it was a big thing a few years back. What's that? Like Twisted Metal type stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the story and stuff is pretty worthless in the game, but I had a great time.
It seemed like the kind of game that could have had like a really good sequel or something. If they'd like iterated on it and cleaned it up a bit. Because didn't it have like Batman Arkham combat or something weird like that?
Yeah, it did, and yet another trope of the time. It was basically just like that Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was just like an Arkham game in ways.
Yeah, Arkham game crossed with Assassin's Creed. Apart from the protagonist at Mad Max isn't a fucking nobody.
Just like Aragorn ripoff.
Yeah. No,
I fucking hate the protagonist in those games.
This is a tangent, but I started playing the sequel to that Lord of the Rings game a while ago, and like it's a good game, but I don't want to play it purely because the protagonist is so bad.
Is he really that
He is so fucking bad. Yeah, he's just Troy Baker, yawn, playing Aragorn but worse. Yawn.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so fucking boring.
It's Troy Baker?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That immediately turns me away from it. I can already tell like, how sick I'd get of a boring character being voiced by Troy Baker doing his boring voice.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that Troy Baker has a boring voice, but he has a boring voice that he can do.
Well, when you've heard it so
and it's
many
just-
times, it's like
Yeah.
you can't see past the actor at that point.
Yeah, that's the issue.
But going back to Mad Max, the movies, honestly, this might sound exaggeratory, but I think it might be my favorite franchise of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess because of Thunderdome, right? Mostly.
Well, I kind of like Thunderdome. I have only seen it once, and it was a while ago, but like, I think it's overblown how bad that movie is. But like 1 and 2, pretty sick, and then Fury Road, obviously. Holy shit! One of the best action movies, just like ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully the sequels come through.
Sounds like someone hasn't watched Men in Black recently.
But bad third movies though. Rewatching Return of the Jedi like the other night, I really don't like that movie. I really don't.
Yeah, it's got
It's
like way
kind of
too many
fucking
problems.
Does it slip into like how close does it get to being with the prequels in terms of where you'd position it? Does it get
Yeah,
close?
God, it's not as bad
basically-
as the prequels because it has the Luke stuff, but
It like is the start of the prequels there, in terms of just like
Yeah.
lazy filmmaking.
yeah, because apparently the behind the scenes of it is that George was kind of sick of making Star Wars movies, and he had like a plan for 3 more movies that weren't like the prequels or anything. Like it was going to be like the whole Palpatine story was going to be its own 3-movie thing, and the villain of episode 6 was supposed to be Boba Fett, which makes so much sense with the way he's like built up in episode 5.
Yeah. I always found that
And the way
weird.
they just... Yeah, it is really weird, and that would have been awesome if it was like a Jabba's Palace like thing with Boba Fett being built up. They could have done so much with that, but I guess he wanted to be done with it. But whatever.
Here's a controversial take. Thunderdome is better than Return of the Jedi.
Now you're just saying inflammatory
Especially with
things.
the CG bullshits.
No, genuinely. Like Return of the Jedi may peak higher, but dude, you ain't
No, but it's
seen-
got... No, people that do... I'm sorry, the Ewok shit, I can't with that. It's actually so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad. It's not cool. It's fucking lame.
Whereas Mel Gibson fucking like driving a train or something, going mental at the end. That shit's awesome. And the Thunderdome scene where he's on like a bungee cord and he's jumping around this dude with some like disabilities or something.
Jesus.
It doesn't sound like a real movie.
Well,
Mel
it's
Gibson,
real.
he just sort of like jumping around to do with disabilities or something.
Yeah, he's jumping around attacking a man with mental disabilities.
I've never actually seen Thunderdome. I've
See,
seen 1 and 2.
From what I've said, do you still not want to watch it?
Well, man, I'm very intrigued now. Look, I'm Clean Living Baby has a quick one. Thoughts on Lego set 60291 having a Paisley? I'm looking at a picture now, and they've done it. They've made a Lego Golden Retriever, which is kind of awesome. I might have to bricklink one of these bad boys.
Was it Lego set? What was it?
60291.
How do you make buying Lego sound like a arms deal?
What do you think, Ruben? Have you found it?
I
It's like in
found
a
it.
bucket.
Yeah, it's a little dog in a bucket. I got like, oh, there's a picture of it not in the bucket. Oh yeah, that's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah. Now I just need a corgi one, and then everything can come together.
It's even a delicious hot
Maybe
dog
they'll do
there.
like a Queen's Palace set or some shit.
Maybe when she dies.
Jesus, that's dark. Poopy43 is an interesting one for us. Hey Mingers, this year I've been really getting into Kanye, and recently I listened to Ye. I like the album overall, but I found out Violent Crimes was ghostwritten, which completely destroyed the album for me, because that song was so personal, and I don't think I could ever listen to it again. My question for you guys is, what's your opinion on ghostwriters? Do you think you can get past them? Because a huge defense of them is that the artist is still telling the ghostwriter what they want the song to be about, and the ghostwriter is just putting it into lyrics. I didn't know that.
I didn't know
And
that.
that is surprising considering what that song is about. Like that's the one about like his daughters, because that whole album is him like like realizing some of the weird shit and this weird attitude to women, I guess, because that's what that song is about, like changing that ever since having a daughter. And but if it's ghostwritten, that is fucking weird.
Yeah,
Like, really?
that just sort of damage it, particularly something like that. But I don't know really, because I don't know if I give a shit. I think is basically it. I don't know if I give a shit.
Yeah, if it's still like a good song, I guess.
Yeah.
He actually tweeted it out in 2018. Partisan Fontaine wrote the Violent Crimes verses. I changed 2 lines. He wrote the entire song though. I don't know. The Ghost in the Industry. Yeah. It's what's it? What's that beef where like the rappers were making fun of each other? Is it Kendrick making fun of Drake or something?
Allegedly, it was Drake that it was. Well, no, I think it was sort of Kendrick was making fun of somebody, and recently Drake had been being made fun of for having ghostwriters write his best project ever, which was what was it called? If you're reading this, it's too late. Which is his best project.
Oh, really? Is that like confirmed, or is it like kind of rumor?
I don't know if it's confirmed or not. I really can't remember. I just remember that being a talking point, and then that same year, Kendrick made fun of ghostwriters. So.
But hasn't Kanye made fun of ghostwriters before? Or am I
Probably.
might be getting confused. He said a lot of shit over the years, half of which like contradicts the other at this point. So.
But
James, you even there? You haven't said anything for a while.
It's hard to have a thing on ghostwriters, really.
But is it
It's like when you
ghostwriting
hear
if he
Drake.
just said it? Like, I thought the idea of a ghostwriter is when you sort of try to take credit for something that you didn't write.
Well, yeah, because that's. I mean, I think it's just sort of bad because like Kanye, we already know is like an exceptional artist. I guess you have to take it on a case by case thing because Drake isn't like a hugely talented writer of songs, or
Yeah.
producer, or really like anything in that capacity. I mean, he's like a pop star, whatever. That's fine and shit. So when his like sort of best rap project ever, if you're reading this, it's too late. It's just sort of revealed. Oh yeah, actually he didn't really do a lot of it really. it just sort of doesn't look. It doesn't really look that good. It makes me a bit like I'll still enjoy whatever. Like, you know, if there's a Drake song that comes out and I like the Drake song, I'm fine with liking a Drake song. I don't care. But I don't like. I would never hold him in the same esteem as someone like Kanye.
Yeah. You can still enjoy it. It just does diminish it a bit, doesn't it? Okay. Oil_holic says, which fictional character would you punch square in the face and why? Mine would be Micah Bell.
Punch Batman. Just as I'd punch Batman. I wouldn't do that because then he'd break every bone in my body. Fictional characters. r/atheism. I'd punch Jesus.
Fuck.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of it. There isn't like a meme joke one.
Captain Del Rio of the of the Infinity. Yeah, fuck it. That's my final answer. I'm fine with that.
You got one, Jim?
I'm struggling to think of fictional characters.
Is there not like a Mad Max naughty that you want to punch or something? One of the children from Thunderdome?
Maybe
Helicopter guy?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say maybe the like gyrocopter guy. He's a bit of a cunt.
I thought it was nice.
What about
James
Jar
sounded
Jar?
really
James,
betrayed
wouldn't you
there.
want to slap Jar Jar or something?
No.
I'd want to
slap-
have a beer with Jar Jar.
I'd fucking slap Bilbo though.
Give Bilbo a slap, would you?
Yeah.
I'd give Legolas a slap if you know what I'm saying.
Meg Egg Leg 01 says, hey Mingers, I was wondering whether any of you guys have a deep, passionate love for a certain food. For example, one of my closest friends absolutely adores ice and constantly eats it.
That's not a
To the
food.
point where her mum
It's not food.
banned her from it because she ate too much and vomited up pure water. Thoughts on this? Lots of
It's not,
love.
it's just not food. It's
Yeah,
not
it's ice.
food. Well, you're already on thin ice with your concept to begin with. So.
My dogs love ice.
Dogs love ice.
They're skidding it around and shit, don't they? So it's a
Chewing
good
it and
bit of fun.
cracking it.
Yeah.
Paisley just likes eating it as if it's like an actual treat.
Oh.
Well,
Not the brightest doggy.
I like a lot of food.
Oh, James, there's one answer for you.
Yeah, those one off is bread.
Thank you.
Casper's. Bread and Casper's.
No, Casper's is shit.
What was that bread shit you were tweeting about? What was it, a tweet? Something about bread?
Yeah. We were talking about it here.
Oh,
and then,
bread.
he was just coming out with all sorts of nonsense about bread. What was it he said?
Okay,
What was it?
I-
It's like explosion of flavour.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was talking
That was in
about
the group chat.
crisp. Oh no, yeah, that I fuck me. There's so many bread stories
yeah.
recently.
Yeah,
Bread
James-
has bread
There you go.
is an explosion of flavour in your mouth. When you get that really fresh bread with that really nice butter, and it's like, boom, you transport to the fucking cream dimension, and it's lovely.
Cream dimension.
Yeah, why the cream dimension?
Cream. I fucking love bread. Nobody loves bread more than me.
I've just never fucking heard someone describe bread as an explosion of flavour.
People
It's so funny to me.
People who love bread will know what I mean.
It's
Bread-
not an
nothing-
explosion of
bread.
flavour.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's just a
Nothing.
lie.
No. I've never ever eaten anything that's hit me the same way fresh bread does. I can't fucking get enough of it. It completely changes the game. If you go to a fucking fancy restaurant, the fucking main meal doesn't matter to you. It's the fucking starter bread when it's straight out of the oven. It's warm. You cut it up and it's
It
just
melts in your mouth, yeah.
oh yes, it's incredible. I love it so much.
Bread and butter.
Just bread and butter. It changed. It's so good. It's so good.
Anyone else have an answer? I'm happy to just move on.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go.
Fuck, you got me thinking
Mr.
about bread.
Okay. Actually, my answer would be ice. Mr. OKFKSM Gur says Killer Croc versus Gorilla Grodd. No mind control helmet. Who wins? Also, who's funnier? Gorilla Grodd is funnier.
Arkham Killer Croc, it would be like I really feel could beat anything. You know, I'm sort of surprised Batman gets away with it against Arkham Killer Croc.
Yeah, true. Do we agree that Gorilla Grodd is funnier than Killer Croc? Or
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Killer
I feel
Croc-
like it's closer than you're giving it credit.
Well, if
So-
you think about Suicide Squad, Killer Croc.
That's not funny. That's just piss me off. You know. They ruined Killer Croc.
Okay. But have you seen Gorilla Grodd is in like an episode of that CW Flash show?
Oh,
And in the
Jesus
season he first showed up, they
Christ.
spent all of the season's budget on like the Gorilla Grodd episode, and it's fucking hilarious. So Gorilla Grodd is funny. He's inherently way funnier, and the fact he's a Flash character as well. It's just stupid.
Yeah, he's
That's
like
just
the
such comic
Flash
book horse
arch
shit.
nemesis. Like, why?
Why is
Why
it
a gorilla?
Yeah, like the antithesis of speed is a gorilla.
Yeah.
What?
With
Yeah, I
mind
feel like if
control
you do
powers.
boil it down to, if you boil it down to the superhero and their arch nemesis, that's like important. You know, if the villain is cool, it kind of implies that there's some kind of dynamic there. But if it's a fucking giant gorilla, like it's just dumb.
There's no, they don't like, I'm not sure why they were like, yeah, those are equivalents.
No, but
Yep.
to be fair, I'm thinking now, Spider-Man, right? One of his arch nemesis is a goblin, a giant goblin.
Yeah, and
No,
because
do you not
Yeah,
think
Spider-Man's
Okay, look.
interesting because his villains are stupid.
yeah, exactly. Gorillas are like a thing, you know? Goblins aren't a thing. Spider-Man's not a
Also,
thing.
he's got
That's
Doc Ock.
okay.
He's got
Yeah,
Venom.
he's
No, but like octopus, you know, Venom I think
Right.
is stupid. Like octopus, animal, scorpion, animal, vulture, animal, goblin.
Animal. Yeah.
Well, I assume
Is
so.
it, I don't know enough about the character. Is he like wear a Halloween costume or something? Why does he, or does he actually mutate to have a face
do
of
you
a
remember?
goblin?
Do you remember him in Spider-Verse? He's like a giant goblin.
Yeah, but that movie has some unique designs though. 'Cause it's
No, but he
quite
genuinely
stylized,
turns
like
into
Kingpin.
a goblin. Like,
What about Hobgoblin?
yeah, Hobgoblin is just Green Goblin's son.
God damn it! If you just
you're
remove
right.
yourself from this shit, it's hilariously stupid. Yeah. Okay, Marmite is Yum says, when was the last time you guys fell over?
Quite literally on a regular basis.
I
I
nearly fell over the other day when it was really icy on the pavement.
I'm clumsy. I fall over often. I can't help it.
Do you have any specific memories of it? I fall over a fair amount actually, especially when I'm on dog walks, going through muddy places.
Yeah, that doesn't
Nothing
count,
too funny.
'cause that's rough terrain. I'm talking like flat terrain. Will you fall over? Yes.
I can't think of. Well, no, the only one I can think of is from like sometime last year or the year before last. I don't know because obviously COVID means there's only a very small window in which I could have been at the pub, so I don't know. I was at the pub on a chair. I was pretty pissed up, and I leaned over too far, and I fell off the chair.
Way.
That was it. Fortunately, the pub was really busy and shit, so it didn't matter. Like people weren't paying any attention. I just got back up and carried on my merry way. So yeah,
Jim, have you got a funny fall over story?
The main one I remember is years and years ago when we were all much younger lads. We were in one of the forests we used to just go and do things in, I guess. And
Don't say it like that. Sharon. We're just out in the forest doing things.
that is what we do.
I know where this story's going.
And I was trying to kick a branch. Well, there was this whole tree that was like so close to falling over. We were like, we have to make this tree fall over. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna like high kick above my head. And my fucking the leg that was kicking just took my entire like body with it. So I just went sideways and fucking splattered on the ground. And it was like the one time you weren't filming us on your iPod.
So it was all for nothing.
Mhm.
All for nothing.
Yeah, and we never even were the ones that knocked that tree down. Someone else did.
So there were other people going out into those woods to do things.
I've wandered back there a few times just out of like nostalgia and interest, and I found like all sorts of weird shit in that exact same area, like the laughing gas canisters. Found loads of those.
Don't say it. Don't think it.
It is kind of a fucking creepy area.
It
if
is a
it's, like,
creepy
dark around
place.
there.
Yeah, fuck
And
that.
we just
Yeah.
loved going there. We just went there like every weekend.
Yeah,
It's
do you
where
remember when
the,
we try and tame the bulls?
Where the bulls were there. Yeah.
Try and rodeo. Yeehaw!
Poking a bull's testicles while hiding behind the thinnest fence in the world was not my brightest idea.
Oh my God.
At least
You want
Alex,
some,
At least I did what?
you stayed with me. Like,
No, I did.
no, it was Alex.
No, it was me because Ruben and Alex ran away.
because
yeah,
they were too
I was-
scared. Like,
I'm not
Jamie
interested in. Yeah, I'm not interested in being
Jamie
fucking
was willing
flattened
to
about
die
a place
with
by a
me.
bull.
Well, I just wanted to be able to get James's dog tags if the worst were to happen.
What would you take from his body as the
His
proof,
head?
the trophy? Oh my God.
No, it's shorts.
Yeah,
Those
shorts,
that
cargo
classic
shorts.
The ones he's probably wearing right now.
I ain't got shorts on.
Fuck.
I still have those shorts.
Paul
No,
Spector has one.
wait, stop. Wasn't that the
Okay,
Eagle
fuck.
Scream shorts? The shorts I still use. They have like a completely ripped bottom. They
Alright,
don't
again.
even.
Of what shorts?
You know,
I missed what you
The
said.
zip tie ones.
Yeah, no, but they're
Oh,
not.
the cream ones, yeah.
Yeah, because I walked into Tesco's wearing them and I didn't realise that my entire bottom was on show. Because they're fucked.
Its shitty ass was just hanging out.
I don't have a picture of it. I have a picture of James wearing some grey sort of jogger shorts. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I still got those shorts because they're work shorts. But no, yeah, you can continue reminiscing.
Paul Spector has one. Hey Jar, I'd like to start by claiming that I'm the only Latvian Jarling. If anyone would like to challenge that claim, please go ahead. What I wanted to inquire is, however, about the extent of your knowledge of the Baltic states, or if you can even name them. As an inhabitant of one of the three myself, I can definitely say that there isn't much representation of us in popular media. The best example I can think of is the car sequence set in Estonia and Tenet. There was a long portion of my life that I hated living here because of that exact reason, but now I've come to appreciate my fairly unique culture and history. Maybe you guys can come and visit sometime after the pandemic is finally over. We're pretty cheap out here. So I guess my point is, which Madagascar characters is each of the Baltic states?
There are only 3 though.
See, there's a
I
thing.
guess someone's gonna have to share.
I'm actually planning to go to Latvia. I want to go to Riga. Riga looks like a beautiful city, and I was going to go there, and I'm going to go there. So I will be in that part of the world at some point.
Damn.
It
But
does look very
onto
nice.
the actual question, there's Latvia, there's Lithuania. I don't know if that's Baltic, but I know it's in that area.
There's
I'd
one
like to say
more.
Macedonia, but I can't confirm that. I just know that it's a country.
I googled it, so I just
Jim,
know
you
the
know them,
answers.
don't you?
Yeah, so there's obviously Labia, which you've already mentioned. There's.
What are the Baltic regions of Europe, Ruben?
I know this. I've got the 3. You were right with Latvia and Lithuania, and the last one is Estonia. I googled it just
that's it.
immediately because I don't know them, but
Yeah, me neither. I've got no fucking clue. My geography sucks.
I know them because of drifting.
of course, drifting permeates all
Fuck's sake.
cultures somehow.
It brings everyone together.
It generally does look like a really beautiful part of the world. Like, damn, it looks fucking gorgeous.
Clearly, someone's ever been to South Swindon.
But I don't know. I guess Latvia would be. I'd probably say Alex. Lithuania,
Okay.
maybe
Oh,
Melvin. And Estonia
Melvin.
would be Gloria.
so no Marty.
Oh, there's only 3. What is Marty? Belarus.
Is his name? Is his name Melvin? Is that what he's called? I actually can't remember. Like,
I don't
yeah,
know.
right?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is
know
Melvin,
the
isn't it?
characters.
Yeah, James knows his
seeing
Madagascar
him
code.
show up. Yeah, no, he clearly knows it better than me. But seeing Melvin show up in Band of Brothers was like a real fuck you moment.
He's in Band of Brothers?
Yeah.
Melvin, is he the guy from Friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, disrespected in Band of Brothers.
Who is
Him in the story. He's like disrespected.
Melvin?
Yes,
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
him in the story. Yeah.
they respect.
Spoilers.
Another weird thing is that Michael Fassbender is in it, but he's like, I guess he wasn't a big actor at the time, so he's just like a side guy.
Yeah.
And Tom Hardy as well.
Did
It's
you,
really
did you
fucking
notice
weird.
James McAvoy's appearance?
Yeah, that's another one.
Yep.
Just every big British actor, I guess.
Mhm.
Kylo Who has one. What happened to James's trampoline from last year's Cringemas? Yeah, James, do you want to explain what happened to that one?
I swear we did.
No, I think I either edited it out or.
Should we do the next
we
question?
Purposefully. Yeah, sure. I'm only. It's only going to come out if James says it, because I'm not going to say it.
I'm not saying it. Let's make up a tragic story about what happened with it. Like something went wrong that we just can't talk about.
Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think.
Well, we're not. And this is a question to you guys, not to anyone else.
Let's do a couple more then. I Hate Blue 55 has one about hunting. Not long ago, there was discussion on the morality of sport hunting. The general consensus among the group was that any hunting that was for fun rather than resource should be considered immoral. I enjoyed the passion you demonstrated, but think there's more to this discussion that may provoke new perspectives. I'm not the most educated on the entire situation, but there are apparently many exotic animal ranches in Texas. Animals like zebra and gazelle are thriving in continent they would never originally be able to. The ranchers use big game hunting as a form of business, where they allow hunters to come and kill the predetermined animal. The money received from the hunter goes towards expanding the business, which is also implies conservation efforts for the animals. Apparently some animals have been brought back from the brink of extinction because of the profit the ranchers receive from allowing big game hunting. What are your thoughts on the morality of this process? Could you consider it more, equal to, or less moral than normal big game hunting?
Well, to start this, we have been hunting recently.
Shut up.
It's not. What?
If like I don't know if like the unintended consequences that you happen to be
Yeah.
like that's not the goal, is it?
Yeah. I mean, maybe
So
if
it's
we
still
just
kind of fucked up.
didn't push animals to the brink of extinction in the first place. It's kind of crazy how that works. You know, just not
So what?
doing that.
How are they getting the profits? Are they bringing in like whatever animals, exotic animals, letting someone kill one to then?
And they make
to
money
it-
off of it, so they can then conserve more.
Or they could just not kill them and then they'd expand anyway because they mate. Why do you need to kill them?
No, because supply and demand is a business out of animal slaughter.
So what it is rich people want to be richer. They want to make profit of killing animals.
Well, yeah, they're not doing it for conservation. They're doing it so people have a place they can go to kill a zebra if they want to. You can't remove that from the concept.
Yeah, I feel like there's still. It's sure you could argue that it's I don't know. It's in the pursuit of something good. But the reason that pursuit is even occurring is probably because of something immoral that humans did anyway. So
Just play the hunter.
yeah, just play the hunter in Call of the Wild. It's like just as good.
Yeah, speaking of Louis Theroux, there's a good episode where he goes to, I can't remember what country he goes to, but it is one of these like places that a lot of Americans go to so they can kill like rare animals. And like
When
you
can
can't
we
do
start
it.
going to America to kill animals?
Rare Americans. Oh, guys, I bagged me an Obama. Oh.
Damn.
Can't kill Obama. I don't want to kill Obama. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Joseph Z. Khan has a roleplay.
Oh no.
I don't. The problem with roleplays like this is I really don't know how you're supposed to enact it in any way, and really the joke is just reading the concept, which is what I'll do. A sausage party type world where food is sentient. Alex is chow mein super noodle. Jim is a can of Heinz baked beans, reduced sugar. James is himself, the human wanting to mix these two foods together.
Oh, no.
Ruben is Randy Newman, singing a song about what it's like to be eaten with your best buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can move on.
So we're not just going to.
There's only two left here.
Just gonna leave it alone then.
I just wanted to
Straight
read it because I thought the imagery was funny enough on its own, you know.
People don't understand the imagery. They don't get it.
Should we get a big budget and underpay loads of animators to make this movie for us then?
Yes.
Food Fight 2 or whatever the fuck. I think the longer, the more time that passes, the more I despise Sausage Party.
Yeah, somehow.
Talk about fucking awful metaphors where it's like, jeez, you're not even trying to hide this in anything clever. It's so fucking overt. God damn it. Glitch Time Fail as our penultimate one. Dear Jar, I have heard you all occasionally discuss Final Fantasy XIII on past episodes. I recently got into the Final Fantasy series, and I want to know do you consider Final Fantasy XIII a good game? I know that some hate it and some love it. Also, have you played any other Final Fantasy games? Cheers.
My favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 13.
It's the only one you played.
No, that's not true because I played 15. No, wait, what's the one that?
The cooking
I
King.
one.
remember 15 because it's the one with all the
The
nice
car.
boys
Cooking
in the car.
Wait, I thought 15 was the MMO.
No, that's
That's 14.
14.
No, that's 14.
You fool!
Played
Played
15. I've played third. What's third? Is it 12 or 13?
13.
13 is the one you've played.
13, 15. I've played the PSP one, which is Class 0.
Oh shit, what was that called?
Class
That's right, yeah.
Type 0. Type 0.
Type 0. I've played that one, the HD remaster that came with Episode Disque. Or Episode Disque came with that one. I never finished it because it was a PSP game and they're shit.
I still have my disc copy of that.
Okay,
Type
I'll
0.
admit, I've never finished a Final Fantasy, but I've played 3 of them.
Oh dear.
They're not good games.
Oh, shut up.
Thank you.
Don't say that.
Final Fantasy 13 is full of.
Boring,
I like that
lame,
game a lot. I like Final Fantasy
like
13
it
a lot.
uninspired.
It is totally
Boring, lame, and
The
uninspired.
direction
ridiculous.
sucks.
Yeah, and the story doesn't make any sense. In fact, it's totally incomprehensible. Like you can go out of your way to sort of, you can read the definition in the little codex of everything they're referring to, and you still will not have any. You won't be any closer to knowing why anything is happening. You think you know for a bit. Like
Yeah.
I've been asked when I've been playing that game again. So what's happening? And I'll be like, well, I can say what's happening. You know, this group is that group and that group. I don't know why any of it's happening though. I've no fucking idea to this day. And I've played
The
that game.
Seath?
Seath? Well, you become a
The fuck?
Seath. You're a C, and then you become a Seath if you fail your task. Yeah. And there's some other bullshit as well, I think.
It might be the worst story I've ever experienced in a game. Like I think it's that
I
bad.
can't follow
in terms
it.
of the,
I can't. I don't know what's going on.
I remember just thinking, oh, this must be just too clever for me when I was like 13 and first played it or whatever. But no, it's just complete fucking nonsense.
And they
I'd
ridiculous, but
probably
the-
recommend it for like what the game, because people say, oh, it gets good eventually. I think it starts to get sort of good at like chapter 3, which takes you like what 4 hours. I don't know. I think playing it for the first time, you might just sort of be like, oh, cool environments, and you can probably get through on that alone. I mean, it sounds like you've got some patience if you're willing to try other Final Fantasy games, because like you finished one of them. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Talking about fucking awful main characters in games.
Yeah, Lightning.
Lightning is such a fucking bad character. It's like part of her design is that she has no personality or something. It's one of those, right? Yeah, it does have something good there, which kind of in the sequel, the second one, what's it called? Final Fantasy 13 2.
Yeah,
Like it just gets straight to the combat system.
Yeah,
it has
it's
like
got decent
Pokemon
gameplay
mechanics,
and
basically.
And they do have some very like nice environments and a variety of environments.
Yeah, because I think
Final Fantasy 13
that
has good music for sure. There's definitely production value.
yeah,
Can't
it's
fault
got
it
really
there.
good music. Yeah, it has very high production value. It's just
Shit story.
the actual like gameplay systems take so fucking long to get going. But it is a fundamentally good combat system at its heart. It's just the way it's implemented is so fucked in that game.
But I have
the
a lot of
hallway
love
meme
for
and
the
all that.
game, so I don't even know if I'm a good. If you could get it for like £5, give it a go and then refund it or something if you don't like it. Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Jim, you played it a bit, didn't you?
I actually did. I had a bit of a Neo experience with it, where I played it for like half an hour, and I was like,
Half
It's
an hour
just-
is not enough for that game. You need at least 12.
Yeah, it gets good after the first
need-
20 hours, bro.
yeah.
I swear.
But like, it's just the characters, the cutscenes are so obnoxious. Like you said, the story is just complete bullshit. The thing is, I'm fine with I'm fine with a bullshit story, but it's a bullshit story with like an ego,
Mhm.
and I can't
Yeah,
be
it's
dealing
too
with
far.
that. I can't deal with that. So yeah, I did the first boss, and it just wasn't fun ever. And I played 15 as well, and 15 was bad.
I
I
bet.
Yeah, I had another experience where I did this like cave thing, and
Yeah,
it wasn't fun. And then I finished the cave thing, left the cave, and then was just attacked by crabs. And one of them like downed me, and I just thought to myself, wait, I haven't had fun for a single second that I've been playing this. Why am I still playing this? So I just
Yeah, that's another game I've sailed on more. I think it wasn't ready, and I think it's like supposed to be good now or something. Like you can play as every party member.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like a bunch of new shit you can do, but like I've already done everything in the game. Like I don't want to go through it all again.
But
But it
it-
had some good ideas, and it was definitely better than 13, probably. But fuck,
Yeah,
the
I'd
gameplay
give it
was pretty
that.
bad.
I think if you're going to
But
play
again,
a
the
JRPG,
story sucks.
yeah, you probably know what you're getting into with them. The story's complete gut. Well, no, that's not fair. Not all JRPGs, but 13 and 15 have awful stories.
Is Sean Bean in 15, or is that just the movie?
I think it's just the movie.
I forgot about that because like the day one patch for 15 had like silent like instrumental like cutscenes from that movie.
They
like,
weren't
patched
allowed to
into
put it in their own game. Fuck.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
weren't allowed to have their own movie in their own game.
Wow.
'Cause I guess they didn't have the voice actors like clearance or whatever.
yeah,
Like, use
yeah,
their
yeah.
likeness or whatever in any
Wow.
capacity.
So it just makes it more confusing, if anything.
Mhm.
These like really high
the movie's
production
bad.
cutscenes.
The movie's
The movie's
bad.
really fucking bad.
Aaron Paul's in it.
Yeah, he is.
He's the main character.
And yeah, Sean Bean. Yeah, it really felt like they were so close with 15, where it's like, man, if you just if you restructured the story a little bit, because I remember when the moment the story like crumbled under itself was when like you find out that like the main character's dad dies like from a newspaper headline or something,
And
it's
everyone's
like,
just like, what?
yeah, it's
It's
all
playing-
very like
it's
detached
yeah.
and fucking weird.
It's like playing weird, like coy sort of instrumental music that's like, bow, and they're like kicking around, and it's like,
Yeah.
what is going on? His dad just died. Does he not care?
Yeah, like that was a weird thing with that game. Was
My
like
dad's dead.
half of the music was like some of the best Final Fantasy music fucking
Yeah,
ever.
really good.
But the other half was like so fucking bad.
What's that fucking CALNE meme? Like 50% hate you, 50% fuck you.
Yeah,
50% love
like
you, 50% fuck you.
Say that.
To be fair to that one though, I thought the characters in the party were like way more interesting and likable.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
13.
much better than 13.
Yeah,
Like they're all
13,
distinct.
No, not a single one of them was good. SARS was the only like sympathetic one.
Yeah. There was a bit of a problem though I found with 15 with like the weird like art direction.
Because it was
Like, it-
dated, wasn't it? Really
It was quite a
dated.
clash. It was dated and you're in like a normal Final Fantasy kind of environment, but driving a car around with all these like scene guys like
Yeah.
yeah. It was fucking really weird.
It was
like
a
neat-
boy
was so
band road
close to
trip in the
working.
game.
Yeah, it was a boy band road trip.
But yeah, just weighed down by the fucking typical Final Fantasy horse shit. As far as the other Final Fantasy games I played the whole Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. I'm the expert on that whole thing. Even Lightning Returns had like a time limit thing.
I like, I stopped at that point. I played 13 loads, and I played 13 too, and then just Lightning Returns. I don't even know why the fuck you bought it. I was like, why?
I think I was like really into like RPGs and JRPGs and stuff like that at the time, but on like the 360 there really wasn't that much choice, you know. But my favorite one's probably 12, mostly for like nostalgia, I guess.
Yeah,
but
same.
replaying it the last year or something, I it's more consistent with like the art style stuff and the characters with the and the mix of like the way crystals are like what technology's based around and like energy and shit like that. It was before it went like a bit too far for me. I've also played one on DS3, I think, and the one that starts where they're in like mechs or some shit. It's like a Game Boy one. Played that one too. And there was a Final Fantasy 12 DS like spin-off game which I quite liked. It was really fucking hard.
Way too hard.
It was the typical just JRPG random difficulty spike at a certain point. Yeah, a lot of it's like really outdated design now. I think that's where like 15 crumbles. Because if 15 came out like a few years before, if 15 came out when 13 did, it probably would be like considered really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, let's end on this one then from Sindarian Monkey. You wake up in the body of Argyle the Corgi. How do you communicate to the rest of the cast that you are a man, not beast? Jim, how do you communicate that you are both man and beast? That's a little preface, I guess. I would, I know what I'd do. I'd start doing like, like in the cats and dogs movies when they like turn to CG and start doing like cringy dances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd just do one of those and you'd instantly know.
I think I'd do a Gangnam Style or something.
But if you're limited
I
by
can imagine
like,
Reuben just dabbing as Argy, and then you'd
Yeah,
instantly
yeah.
know.
but surely you've got to be limited by like real dog laws.
No.
No,
No,
like,
you're
could
only
dance.
limited as much as the cats and dogs, CG cats and dogs are, which is they're not limited. They can do whatever they want. So I think those are the
Okay,
rules.
then I would
Argy in a human body would be a great villain.
Yeah.
Argy in a
As far
human
as a body
body.
swap story
No,
goes.
no.
Yeah, if Argy was put in a human body, imagine the carnage.
He
Would
just
he even know what to do? Like, would he know how to speak? With it. What happens when a brain from another creature is put into the body of something it's not familiar with?
he'd be like a Bender in that episode of Futurama. Just party too hard, get fat, and die.
What would you do, James?
To show you that I am me inside Argy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what? Because I could sit in the kitchen just stare at bread. Like, but that could just be helping. Like, what? I don't know what's possible.
You're too dog-like as a human to be able to.
Yeah, sorry, man. You're just trapped in the dog forever. You're in dog purgatory.
Well, to be honest, that'd be pretty decent with Argy. Get to eat some poop sometimes, maybe have some bit of chicken. Yeah, seems like a good life.
Eat bread, then eat your own shit.
Probably.
Yes, the bread.
Eat your bread, shit.
Alex, did you mention that on the cast yet? When you give Argy sardines?
I can't remember if I did.
Pretty foul.
It's a relatively new behaviour where if you fed him something particularly delicious the night or two before, I guess their sniffers are so good, he can smell like what's left of it, so he goes in for round two. like a rabbit.
Disgusting.
He takes a fishy shit and loves the smell of it.
I saw him go into the garden, start shitting, and like turn around on the spot while still shitting and begin eating.
Oh my god.
He never did this
dear.
before getting meningitis though, so I just blame it on that.
The void.
He had about 10 minutes of life before getting meningitis. I don't even know if you can, like... There's not much like, comparison, not much room. He's always been a shit eater. A shit eater, if you will.
Yeah, it's like dogs eat their sick. They'll like be sick and then just eat it. Like, but eating their shit
While
it's
they're still shitting.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different level. Argy's just shit obsessed. He loves rolling in it as well. He like bathing in shit and then eating his own.
But loads of dogs roll in shit. You can't
No.
hold that against
Guy
Argy.
does.
Well, apparently it's quite
Gaius is
normal
really
for
prissy.
dogs to eat their own shit.
It's like,
Gaius is a prissy, fussy boy. So.
imagine it. Imagine like you just had like a curry or like a kebab. You're doing a shit and you know you're getting the shits. You never look at it and think, "Oh, yummy."
We are
Okay,
human.
that's a
though.
delicacy for a dog, though. Yeah.
No, but that's nature.
Yeah, and us eating our own shit is like toxic to us. So
Surely,
Yeah, yeah.
dogs, because it's shit at the end of the day.
No,
How?
dude. Think about the shit they eat. Like literally, like they eat all sorts of nonsense in their tummy. They just have different makeup. They can eat just garbage.
they're
I
built
want to be a
different.
dog.
They're just built different. Alright, dogs are built
They
different.
legit are.
Yeah.
They got strong tum tum.
Oh, another thing he started doing is once he gets out into the garden and knows he's in the poo zone, he's like, he's so stubborn, like he won't come in. If you're like, come on, come back in, even if it's like -3 outside, he stays out there so he can eat the shit.
He's got an addiction to eating shit.
My strange addiction. I eat my own shit.
Fuck. Well, we got through them, guys. That's all we got in terms of questions. Anyone want to wrap this up?
Go on, James. Send us away.
Come on, Tyler.
Well, thank you for watching this episode of the Jarling Media Podcast. Thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe. Yeah.
We just lost all our subscribers.
Thank you for watching this episode. We'll catch you on the next.
Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode.
The next episode.
That's it. Jamie's off the cast.
Okay, I'm blocking you on Instagram.
Oh, I found the best meme of 2020.
What one?
I'll post it in the group chat.
That's cringe.
That's horrible. Weird. The dinosaur world was brutal.